beleaguered, unfortunate, but nonetheless proud community has found a braver, more gallant young champion.
Even when they kill me, they can never take the game from a young G.
Who lies before us, unconquered still.
We did get shot. But we was having a real conversation. I'm like, all right, we're going to go up it this way. And
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Pac was like, let me drive. You bleeding out your head. You can't see. We joking. I'm like, shh. Nigga, I know how to drive. He said, well, I'm going to take this oldies out you always listen to, and I'm going to put the song in. He said, it's my song to you. And the song started playing. I said, well, that's more like I'm talking to you than you talking to me. I was taking your collect calls. So Pac put on a song called You Ain't Never Had a Friend Like Me.
What you putting in there now?
Never. You ain't never had a friend like me. Believe that.
And we was bumping that. And it wasn't a situation where I hit my tires or something happened. They tried to kill us again and ran us off the road. And what happened on the strip.
Tupac not dead. He's somewhere smoking a Cuban cigar on the island somewhere. Right now. You know what I mean?
Pac was a man the whole time. It wasn't that he was like, oh, I'm shot. He cracking jokes. He like, yeah, they shot me. He said, but you shot in your head. Look at your head. Your head bleed. Look how much it's bleed. That was Pac. And I'm like, man, shut up. I'm going to get you to the doctor.
So he was conscious on the way to the hospital?
He was conscious on the way to the hospital. He was conscious in the ambulance. He was conscious after they did the surgery.
What was the last thing that he said to you?
They love me. We was in the, we was going in, we was on the thing that was getting there. I like, Pac, we the last one left. When we talking, that's how we talking. He said, homie, I'm straight. I love you, homie. I'm gonna be straight. I love you too. Woo, woo. That's what it was.
Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your homie Gab. I'm in the building, and this is Machiavelli Media. I'm letting y'all know off top, this is part one, because I got another 2 or 3 of these videos coming down the pike talking about this very idea. Why does Suge Knight believe Tupac Shakur could still be alive? I remember back in the day when Suge first made those statements, everybody had something to say. Everybody was trying to interpretate what Suge Knight meant. You know, I had deep conversations with different individuals, and they would tell me, Suge Knight meant this, or Suge's always joking, or Suge couldn't possibly mean it that way. But one thing about Suge Knight, his position on what happened that night while he was in the car with Tupac has never changed. Even when Officer Chris Curl showed up and said that Tupac couldn't talk and Tupac had blood coming out of his mouth and he was curdling blood and he couldn't form the words, that's not what Suge Knight said. And there's a complete difference in, you know, their interpretations of what happened. And Suge Knight will tell you quick, hey, look, I was there. Fuck what everybody else talking about. You know, they don't know. Suge said he was in the car with Tupac. And he saw his friend laughing, joking, playing music, and even talking to him at the hospital and on the way to the hospital. So it's hard to dispute a guy, the only person that was in the car with Tupac when they got ambushed on Flamingo Boulevard. Let's take a look at it, though. So during this interview with the Art of Dialogue, Suge gave us a look into what was going on inside the BMW after the shooting happened that he never gave nobody else before. He gave Art some exclusive shit. I heard some things that I had never heard him say, like, you know, while he had the blood pouring out his head, Tupac said, yo, let me drive. And Suge told him, no, nigga, I know how to drive. I'm good. And we heard Suge say they was joking, you know, Pac saying, you shot in the head. He had been said that part. But the fact that Tupac was willing to drive felt healthy enough, felt strong enough that he actually thought he could drive the BMW says a whole lot. Now keep in mind, Suge is watching all of this. The fact that he said Tupac started going through some CDs and put on You Never Had a Friend Like Me and said, I dedicate this to you, this me and you. And he said he told Tupac, no, it's the other way around. You know what I mean? You was calling my phone collect. You know, nigga, I looked out for you. I'm talking to you on this song. But the fact Tupac was able to have a conversation and do these things, I'm sure in Suge's mind, made him feel like Tupac wasn't that severely injured. And if Tupac was so hurt, how was he able to do these things? How was he able to sit up and volunteer his services to drive or to look for a CD and skim through it, I'm sure, to find the right track to play for Suge Knight? I don't doubt in my mind 1 second that these things happen. I know it's a thing called adrenaline, and a person can be really hurt and not know it. One time a kid got hit on Greenmount Avenue by a bus, and he got up and walked across the street, and when he got on the sidewalk, he collapsed. Both his legs was broke, but he walked across the street. That's adrenaline, but that doesn't last that long. You know, I don't know how long that ride was that Pac and Suge had until that, you know, the Tupac got escorted by the ambulance to the hospital. But, you know, it seems like they had a conversation that probably lasted about 5 to 15 minutes. Suge Knight is basing the fact that Tupac could still be alive off of what he saw, not off opinion. And in his mind, he assessed the damage to Tupac and determined that Tupac would be all right. And Tupac told him at the hospital, I'm going to be straight. Now, everybody else accounts, they never seen Tupac woke. They never heard Tupac talk. Tupac was putting a self-induced coma at the hospital. You hear Chris Curl, once again, try to take the heroic stance that Tupac died in his arms and Tupac's last word was, fuck you. And Suge Knight could have easily tried to take that approach and said Tupac died in his arms and I told Pac I loved him and he looked me back in the eyes and said, I love you too, big bro, thanks for everything. No, that's not what Suge said. Suge took a stance like, yo, we was basically fucking tripping out. We just got shot up and we both was hit and we was joking about this shit. Nothing heroic in that. So he's not lying to make himself look good. But back to Officer Chris Curl, I remember I was talking to Kathy Scott, the beat writer at the time for the Las Vegas police out there. And she was the first reporter on the scene, first journalist to cover the Tupac shooting at the time before it was declared a homicide. And she told me straight up, I don't know this motherfucker. She don't even know who Officer Chris Curl is. And she knew everybody at the police department. So for her not to know him, you know, it's definitely a red flag. But Suge said Tupac was awoke, cracking jokes. He wasn't panicking. He was aware. He was awoke at the hospital. And I think he said even after the surgery. These are very, 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 very distinct statements that Suge Knight has made. But they haven't wavered over the year, not one time. Not even when other people said otherwise. He still stayed and stood firmly on what he said. Me and Pac had a conversation. And we was laughing and joking. So for Tupac to go in the back, and then Suge wasn't able to go back there with him, and then later on for somebody to tell him that Tupac was dying and eventually Tupac died, they had to fuck his head up because he saw how bad he was hurt. And Suge done said it several times that he don't think Tupac is dead. He even went as far as saying that, you know, while Miss Afeni was alive and could have disputed what he was saying, she came to him to get $3 million for cremation for Tupac. And Suge Knight is a college graduate. He at least went to college, to my understanding, and is a very smart, intelligent businessman. So I'm sure he would know that cremation doesn't cost $3 million. And he ain't even asked no questions because he figured, yo, whatever Pac got going on, him and his mom, God bless him. I'm with it. Take the money. But yeah, man, Suge been around for a long time, man. And shit ain't adding up to him. I mean, Suge was looking at how the police handled the investigation, how Tupac family was acting, and what he saw sitting next to Tupac, Pac laughing and joking. He was like, nah, shit ain't, the math ain't mathing. Shit ain't adding up. And it's funny because you got some people that believe Tupac is alive without a shadow of a doubt. And then you got people that look at those people crazy. And then you got people like me that it could go either way. You know what I mean? I look at both angles, I always have. But how can you look at somebody crazy for saying, yo, Tupac might still be out here some way, somehow, when the guy sitting next to him is saying, yo, something ain't right. He told the guy on TMZ, come on, son, be smart. Tupac ain't dead. But he was saying, if you add up but if you take a good look at it and you add up all the shit that we know surrounding what happened to Tupac and, you know, the early verses and different raps and the way he spelled Machiavelli and the fact that Suge Knight that was sitting right beside him to this day will correct people doing interviews when they say Tupac got killed, or he'd say, well, he got shot. He'd correct himself. Yo, before I get up out of here, I want to say one last thing. You know, I always like to give y'all something to think about. Now, here it is. This part one now, part two coming, trust me. Something you never thought about. But here's the last thing I'm going to say to y'all before I get up out of here. Suge said him and Tupac was joking, right? In the car after they got attacked. But he's saying every interview that him and Tupac had a real conversation. So that's separate from the joking. But he never tells us what that conversation was about. Now, when somebody say real, that means serious, deep. Now, it went two ways. Either Tupac told Suge, yo, if I don't make it, I want you to do X, Y, Z for my folks. Blasey, blasey. Or did he tell Suge, yo, niggas keep trying to kill me. If I survive this one, I'm up out this motherfucker. If I make it through this one, they ain't gonna never see me again. Yo, be smart, son. Tell me what you think. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to sub to the channel. This is Machiavelli Media. Turn on them post notifications so you be the first ones to get it when I drop that shit. It's been a pleasure as always. I'm your homie Gab. I'm signing off. I'm about to hit y'all with the peace.